The US government will appear in court, all of them, over Prince Harry's visa application after his drug revelations in memoir. So he's mentioned in Spare what he got up to at the weekend. He's talked about marijuana, cocaine, but he didn't...
Mushrooms as well.
Mushrooms, yeah.
Ayahuasca.
He had a lot of good things to say about mushrooms. Interesting. But I think he's in danger of becoming the ginger Shamima Begum, isn't he? Because we've now got two countries going, we're not dealing with that. It's a bit of a mess, but we don't know yet whether his application is null and void or not. But it's not looking good, because traditionally, if you tell the Americans you've taken drugs, they don't let you in.
Yeah.
Although they can waive it if you sit down and have an interview. Although I imagine that might not go so well for him, because he's not brilliant at defending himself, is he? It might get worse.
Well, the royal family as a whole, they're not good in sit-down interviews where they have to defend themselves.
No, it can get a bit
sweaty. He might go in and start talking about his dealing days, or it just might escalate. I don't know.
Yeah.
So we're waiting to find out.
Yeah, this is quite funny. It's the Heritage Foundation, which is a conservative think tank. So in a way, they're trolling by doing this, like trying to get Harry banned. So it is quite funny. Then I realised this might force him to come back to England, and that's when I realised I might be against this. You know what I mean? On the one hand, it'd be hilarious if Harry couldn't get into the US, but then on the other hand, we'd have to deal with him. Although I can't see him ever getting kicked out of the US by a woke Biden administration. You know, this is a prince, and it's a woke prince. Yeah. So they love him. So I can't imagine that's going to happen.
Although US border security are pretty tough. I mean, you wouldn't know it from watching Fox News, but they are pretty tough, and especially around drugs and things like that. Because one of our friends, Darius Davies, comedian, he'd been arrested once, or he wasn't charged. He was given a caution.
Doesn't surprise me.
For the weirdest thing ever, picking magic mushrooms, which is just walking out of a field and picking mushrooms, and obviously chatted back to the police officer or whatever. But then when he went to move to America, it created all these problems, and every time he went through security, they pulled him to one side and interrogated him for hours in this room. So this could really be an issue for... because I don't think border security are as politicised as other branches of the government.
Well, ICE, yeah. A lot of people know that you can't get into the US with a criminal record. It's very difficult. But I didn't really realise that, if you've just committed a drug offence, even if you've never been arrested or charged, you can potentially not get in.
Yeah, and if you lie...
What's shocking is that, therefore, how many politicians have admitted doing drugs. You know, there's like a list of Tory politicians who have admitted cannabis, and Gove's even admitted cocaine because it wasn't realistic that he'd only done cannabis. So he's actually admitted to both. And, so it could actually be a real problem.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But then again, if Harry probably is all right, isn't he, because he's Harry.